At an early age, A.L. Levy saw firsthand what it was to own and run your own business.
Born and raised in Israel. Both my grandfather and father were entrepreneurs. My grandfather had a toys factory and my father had plastic factory, and I used to work there since I was like 7 years old.
A.L. went to school for engineering and took a job that brought his family to New Hampshire. It was during that transition that solving a problem for his newly pregnant wife changed everything.
So my wife was pregnant. We were looking for something she can sleep on her belly because she was a belly sleeper. We found this stretchy fabric and filled it with beads. And the feeling was like a whole body conforming with no pressure points. So that solved the problem, and she had a comfortable pregnancy.
Soon after, everyone who saw the bag wanted one of their own. So while A.L. still had his day job, he started assembling bags in his basement and hosting in-home parties, as well as selling them to local boutiques.
We sold it to a few specialty stores. One of them was a pop-up store in a holiday. Another one was like a neighborhood specialty store. We saw that when we demonstrate it, customers like it and they buy it. However, it was quite challenging, getting to be in those stores all the time, and we didn't have much control.
A.L. knew the only way the product could be demonstrated properly was if they had their own retail store.
So this is when I left my day job. It was time to leave my day job, do it instead just 40 hours a week, 100 hours a week. And this is what got us to open the first store.
A.L. was all in, but others were a bit more hesitant to get behind what they thought was just another beanbag store.
After the big recession, 2008 recession, retail was hurting a lot, stores were closing, and they were like, haven't you read the news? I mean, are you going to do a whole store for beanbags? But based on my experience doing those events and interacting with customer, I saw that when you do that and when you give that customers the wow experience and they also try a phenomenal product that can crack the formula and make things happen.
A.L. found a retail space and named the company Yogibo. But with little foot traffic, he quickly decided if the people wouldn't come to him, he would go to them by setting up at a local festival.
And all day long, we were demonstrating nonstop for hundreds of people. And what happened was amazing, and we didn't expect that. Not that many people bought on the spot. The next week, when I was in the store, so many people that saw us in that festival came in. So, that week, after I got so many people coming in, I signed up for every possible festival in New England.
Word spread. They moved into a warehouse space for assembly, and both their store numbers and their product line began to grow.
There are so many beanbags that a person can buy in a lifetime. And people really fell in love with the brand. And they came back the next month or two and, we already have Yogibo. We love it. What else you got? And this is when we decided to go with the strategy of developing more products, expanding the line, but it needed to be something as our Yogibos that are different than things in the market.
From plush to pillows to blankets. It wasn't long before they started hearing how their products impacted people in ways they could have never imagined.
I started to get letters from parents and occupational therapists that work with kids with sensory processing disorders. Our products really build confidence, calm those kids down, really give them like a very safe space.
When we started the company, we had no idea about how beneficial the products would be for that community. And since then, we've really grown that initiative. We're doing a nationwide thing with all the NBA arenas to build quiet rooms for sensory families. They're utilizing our furniture, and by the end of next season, almost every single arena will. And we do a lot of sensory products. For example, the puzzle pillow was one that came out of the sensory community, and a portion of that goes to the organization that we work with called Culture City.
Today, Yogibo continues to grow in the U.S. and beyond.
The first place we expanded to was Japan. It was a guy, read about us in a blog, ordered a Yogibo, paid $800 for shipping, wrote me an email the next day that it's the best purchase he's ever made. And we found a way to meet soon after. After Japan came Canada, and then Korea and Taiwan and Thailand. And we found amazing partners to work with. And today there are more than 100 stores outside the US, close to 120 stores. So within 4 years, the expansion has been very fast.
Perhaps Yogibo's real secret to success is in how many people seem to benefit from their product.
I've worked in other brands in my career, 30 years in the business, but I've never worked for a brand that is for all people that walk through the door. I've worked for cosmetic brands and footwear brands and luggage brands. There's a specific customer. When that customer comes through the door, you know who they are. With Yogibo, it's from 5 years old to grandparents come in, and you have so much fun working with individuals and families. You don't see that in a lot of retail.